Okay, I've been a Cleveland Browns fan. Well, okay, I watched them win the championship in '64. Okay, so I have seen the good times with the Browns. Bernie Kosar, the Brian Sipe, and the Cardiac Kids and everything. I admire people, I'm surprised there's so many in their 30s that are Browns fans, despite how inept they are. They took the ineptness to another level yesterday. Okay, but this group here, Sashi Brown, DiPodesso, for some reason Haslam decided that he didn't need a football guy in the front office. Well, I'm not saying that analytics is wrong. I'm just saying that, okay, let's throw the analytics out there and then let's go and have somebody that actually knows football make the picks. Okay? So what happens? 2 years ago, Wentz comes up. We're sitting there, right? We can draft Wentz. DiPodesso says, no, we don't see him as a top 20 quarterback. Maybe as a backup. Oh, yeah, okay. So then next year rolls around. This year. And Watson is available at number 12. Great first pick in Garrett. Great first pick. But Watson's still available. Well, I'm going to admit right now that my grandson and I had a little discussion on this, and I said, I don't think Watson is the type of quarterback that is good for the conference, and the winner and so forth, playing against Pittsburgh and all that. And he said, the guy's a winner. We should have a winning quarterback. Okay, my grandson's 14. He obviously knows more than the front office. It's not my job though to make those picks. It's their job to go out, watch Watson, learn everything they can about Watson, because you knew he was good coming out. They didn't even go to the pro day. He didn't even go to his pro day. Seriously. Okay? So what do? They trade that pick. Really? Okay, really? So now we got two quarterbacks that are probably right now in the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Well, we're sitting here, whatever. So now we're rolling around, and trade deadlines comes up on Tuesday. So Monday, front office shuts down at 5 o'clock and leaves. Pisses off the coaching staff with good reason. And then what happens? Jimmy Garoppolo is traded to the San Francisco 49ers. Really? Garoppolo? The Browns have draft choices. They could have gave them Houston's first-round draft pick for next year, and don't tell me that Bill Belichick wouldn't have made that deal. Okay? He is a winning coach. He is not going to turn down a first-round pick. So Garoppolo, nobody's there at 5 o'clock, so they can't really call around. They should be calling everybody, every team, and checking to see what you got, what do you have available, and so forth. No. Okay, so then the next day, they got egg on their face, and it's a trading deadline day. They got egg on their face because of the Garoppolo deal. So what do? They try to overpay for McCarron from Cincinnati. Probably not, maybe not a bad deal if you could have got him for the right price. But anyway, they decide, we'll go ahead and overpay with him because we look like idiots for letting Garoppolo go to San Francisco. And then they don't get the paperwork filed in time. They make the trade and the paperwork's not filed in time. Are you kidding me? How does that happen? Okay. If this doesn't show Haslam that, if you want to keep those guys up there, fine. I mean, yeah, great. They've done a great job getting us, a lot of draft picks and everything. If we let them go for 3 or 4 more years, maybe 1 year we'll have 12 first-round picks in the first round or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm being sarcastic here, but this is probably a good year for me to not be that overly concerned about the Browns. A little bit irritated with them. I don't watch football anymore. I'm not watching the NFL. When the Browns were protesting, I turned those games off, but I did turn them on now, and whenever they're not protesting, and it's on, and I'm walking around the house doing stuff because they suck. We know they're not going to score, and they got their defensive safety playing in the end zone, basically sitting in the bleachers. So it's probably a good year for me for all this crap to culminate and everything. But maybe next year, here, let me say one more thing. If they screw around now and they say, oh, we messed up here, Garoppolo, we didn't get the paperwork filed on there, we're going to sign Kaepernick. If they do that, I'm done with the Browns then. That's it. I'm done with the Browns. So don't do that, Cleveland. Don't do that. So I think right now, okay, getting irritated. I like Jackson, but I'm starting to get irritated with him. His decisions, last week was like 40 seconds to go, and the time's running down at the end of the first half. We're sitting there ready to score. They called a quick timeout, even though he has another timeout in his pocket, so that they have enough time to come down. Instead of a 4-point lead for the Browns, they have a 1-point lead at halftime. I'm going off subject right here. Right now, I think the time is for Jackson to just go to Kaiser, do like Bill O'Brien is turning Watson loose. He looked to see what Watson did best in college, and he's building his offense around that. Wow, what a concept, right? Maybe Jackson should do that. Look 2 years ago when Kaiser was a good quarterback at Notre Dame, having a good year. What did he do then? He ran more. Why not quit this bullshitting around? I'm sorry, BSing. Okay, I'm sorry. But quit it. Just quit it. Turn him loose. You got 8 games to go. Turn him loose. Let him run. Slide when he runs out, gets out in the open, and he's going to get hit. Slide, but run, throw, play a little haphazardly. If Watson was over here and he threw an interception, Jackson would probably be benching him. Now we can't have interceptions or anything. Well, guess what? If you're scoring and you're moving and everything else, you can throw a few interceptions along the way. Okay. Again, I don't care about the NFL this year. I really don't. I don't even know what they're going to be protesting about next. They find something new to protest about every week. Every week, Well, we're going to protest this week. Next week it'll probably be because they're not getting compensation for, fantasy football or something. But I'm going to have something on fantasy football in the NFL at some point along the way here. But it's time now for the Browns to, first of all, get somebody in the front office that's a football person that can work with these clowns up there. Sashi Brown should not be choosing who's going to stay and who the final roster is. Oh, he's a lawyer. What does he know about that? The guys on the field, Jackson should have been in charge of that. Discuss it and everything else, but Jackson should have made the final call. And Jackson, if you don't win a couple games before the end of the year, I don't really care if they get rid of you or not. I hope they don't, but if they do, whatever. You have to win games in this league. So anyway, the weekend of the week of the more incompetent Browns moves on and everything. Let's see. Can't wait to see what happens this week and how the discussions come up and whether Haslam finally steps forward and say, "Oh man, we screwed up big time."